All right, so there's a really important national awareness event kicking off tomorrow, and its timing is definitely no accident. Let's break down what it is, and more importantly, why it matters, especially right now.
Yep, you heard that right. A whole week dedicated to awareness officially gets started tomorrow, and it's designed to focus our attention on some pretty critical issues. So the big question is, do you know what it is?
Okay, first things first. Let's talk about what this event is actually called and what it's all about.
Here it is. It's National Hunger and Homeless Awareness Week. You know, the goal here is simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. It's all about taking the often invisible issues of hunger and homelessness and putting them right in the spotlight, making them impossible to ignore on a national level. Next up, let's get into the dates and the details. Because, like I said, the timing for this week is super intentional. It's not just some random week on the calendar, it's chosen to have the biggest impact possible. And here's the key. This event is always held the week right before Thanksgiving. And that's a really strategic choice, isn't it? It's a time when so many of us are thinking about gratitude and family and what it means to have a home. That makes it the perfect moment to reflect on those who are struggling for those very basic things. And get this, we're not just talking about a single day. This runs for 9 full days. That extended time frame is designed to create a conversation that actually lasts, something that goes beyond a single news cycle and allows for deeper engagement through events and local action. So for 2025, the dates you'll want to mark down are November 8th all the way through the 16th. Okay, so now we know when it's happening. The next logical question is, who's actually behind this major effort? Which brings us to our third section, the sponsoring organizations. An initiative this big doesn't just happen on its own, so let's take a look at the groups making it all happen. It's actually a joint effort co-sponsored by 2 key groups. On one side, you've got the National Coalition for the Homeless, and on the other, you have the National Student Campaign Against Hunger and Homelessness. And I think that partnership is really cool because it brings together both that veteran advocacy and all that youth energy to the cause. So we have the timing and we know who the organizers are. But what's the ultimate goal here? This next part really gets to the heart of why this week is just so important. The mission really breaks down into 3 clear steps. First, it all starts with education, just getting the facts out there. Then, that education is used to draw attention to the much deeper underlying problem of poverty. And finally, all of that national attention is channeled into building real, tangible support for the local organizations that are on the front lines fighting these issues in our own communities. So, we've covered the what, the when, the who, and the why. And that really brings us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. How can a national week of awareness like this translate into real, meaningful action right where you live? As this week gets underway, that's really the question for all of us to consider.